Hey, hey, okay, hey. Hey, yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Scotty Show, man. Today, I got a very special guest, Juju. How you doing, man? Glasgow's very own, man. How you doing?
That's not bad. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Nice to,
For the for
nice
the
to
for the
be here,
people,
bro.
man, no problem, homie. For the people that don't know who Juju is, man, who's Juju?
Shit, man. I'm an artist from Glasgow. Like rap artist. I guess you could say I make raps and I sing as well. Biggie Tupac type shit. And yeah, I've just been doing music for like the last like I don't know like I want to say like it's a hell of a long time. Like since like 2014, 13
Mm.
at
So
Glasgow, Scotland.
yeah, yeah. So like, how did you like originally get into like music?
Shit. Well, actually, I was in like a hardcore band, like a hardcore punk,
Oh,
like
that's crazy.
grindcore, like shit like that. Like growing
That's
up, yeah, I was like
that's
kind of like
crazy.
big into that scene, and like I had ended up like but at the same time I was listening to like Lil Wayne, Cash Money, even Drake. Like at the time I was listening to hella Drake and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like 2012, 11 and stuff. I started really getting into hip hop, like for real. Like that's what I started just mostly just listening to hip hop, and I was like trying to put like the homies on. Like I'd go to shows, like hardcore shows, like punk shows, and I'd be listening to like Chief Keef. And I'd be like, yo, you should play this like in between the sets and shit. And they'd be like, what are you talking? No, everybody's doing that shit. Like everybody's like mixing the genres. And
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I had just like one of my boys had got like a auto tune pedal. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like a Helicon, like some shit that Future uses. And I went to the studio with him one day and I just like freestyled and I made my first song and I was like, we're doing this. But at that time, I was like booking shows. You feel me? So I was like, I went from doing the punk shit to being like, you know what, I'm gonna book hip hop artists like
Mm-hmm.
coming up, like Young Lean. Like I was like into Young Lean at the time, and I was like, you know what, like let's bring Young Lean to Glasgow. So I'd done that before I started making music. I was like, I brought Young Lean to Glasgow. I brought a few other people like Space Ghost Park, Antoine. Feel me?
Mm-hmm. But that shit's fire, man. Like, so what was that like? That experience with, uh, we're gonna start with Young Lean and Blade. Like, how was that? Booking them, and then like, you see them become like who they are now. How was that like experience working with them?
I mean, shit. Like when I met them, they were like little kids, like low key. They were like kind of like nervous and stuff. Like it was one of their first tours.
Yeah.
So like at first, like we were in my boy's house. Like he helped us do the after party. He has like a rich family, so we're in this like big room. We got like a dining. We're all sitting at the table. It's
That's
like some
fire.
Godfather shit. They even have like this big painting of the dude from Godfather, Don Corleone, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
And we're chilling there, like Bladee and them. We're all eating Italian food and shit. And then we just broke the ice, just put on some music. We started smoking up in the garden and shit. And then just broke the ice, man. And all those guys were cool, like for real. They were like real people. And we
Yeah.
tapped in with them before they were like famous and stuff. So like they were real to us. We didn't like we hung out with them and shit. Like I had like a good relationship with those guys for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Would you
With Space
ever?
Ghost Purple, that shit was crazy.
Space Ghost Purple's crazy. He was he
Yeah,
was
that was just
wild.
wild. For me personally, that was as well.
Yeah, bro. No, like people from like the Florida like scene, like they tend to like have like a wildness to them, like in like that Florida area. Cause like I
I'll
don't know,
tell you.
with our like news, it's always like the Florida man. I don't know if you know like that run on like joke
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
like
Florida man.
Florida man. Like it's just like
TikTok gator with like, yeah,
yeah, yeah. Like that whole entire like place over there is just crazy, bro. They got alligators, crocodiles, big ass snakes and
yeah.
shit. Like it's literally like little like Australia over there, bro. Low key, like
I'm gonna tell you, bro, that place crazy. Like Louisiana's kind of like the same, right?
yeah, yeah,
Like a
yeah.
little bit.
Louisiana crazy too. Yeah, Louisiana crazy as fuck too. Like it's a lot of like
You got swamps and shit, right?
yeah swamps, all types of shit that'll kill you out there.
Scary, man.
Yeah, all types
I'm
of
not trying
shit.
to. I'm so.
Yeah, bro. So like so when you were
Go to
work
Florida, go to Florida.
yeah,
Shut to Florida.
shout to Florida though, bro,
That's a
because
good. That's
we
good.
need that craziness for the music. We need that shit. We need
Yeah,
that
yeah.
craziness for the music for sure.
I feel like Florida, like low key, like it's a whole other conversation, but like inspired like a lot of like Chicago music, like low key.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole other conversation as
Mm-hmm.
well.
No, like Florida has a huge influence. It influenced like how people view, especially Space Ghost Perp. It's just crazy how much of an influence Space Ghost Perp is to even till in 2023. People still like when you look at artists like Cardi and like
Yeah,
and all
exactly.
these
The whole
other
pure
artists that's
shit,
coming up, they dress like how Space Ghost Purp would dress. They do the
all
same
black.
things. Yeah, like it's just like you still see like Space Ghost Purp, but like we don't see him like being praised, as much
Yeah, you
because of the
edit,
things that
bro.
he's done. Because yeah,
Yeah,
like he's just
bro.
super controversial. Like he's just super. Like, and that's how it is with those kind of people, bro. Like, especially with
When-
iconic people, they're not really appreciated until they're gone, type shit.
yeah, exactly.
Which
It's
is
quite
like,
sad, bro.
yeah, which is really sad because like we wouldn't have ASAP Rocky, like his sound, like we wouldn't have ASAP
Uh-huh.
Rocky sound if it wasn't for Space Ghost Perp.
Yep.
Like, and it's just crazy, like how one guy from that area just influenced, damn near almost a lot of people around the world because even Bladee
Bro,
and them have elements of Space Ghost Perp and Young Lean have
most
elements.
definitely, they're definitely inspired. And like even like Virgil Abloh,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
whole HBA, all that, like all the black shit, like Space Ghost
The
Purpose, the like
letters.
Raider Clan, they were the first dudes I seen doing that. You know, after NWA and like 3 6 Mafia and shit. I mean, like modern
Hmm.
day, like they were the first dudes I seen doing that, like in my era, like
Yeah,
making that
yeah.
shit cool, like in a hip hop way.
Yeah, and like the hieroglyphs and shit like that. That shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
And like using
there
like,
was people still do that shit in Russia and shit, bro.
yeah. That's just fire, man. That's just crazy, man. So, what was the first project that like the first rap album that you made? Like, and then like, what like inspired it?
First project I made was like not project per se. Like, well, the first thing I like put out was like a collection.
Mm.
So it was like a collection of like all my old stuff. But then the first like real project I did was called Struggler. I'm sure it was called Struggler, right? Yeah, Struggler. So that was like I made that when I was like watching Berserk. You know, like there's this
The
anime
anime,
called
yeah,
Berserk. You
yeah. I
ever,
fuck with Berserk. Hell yeah,
yeah,
fuck yeah,
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 yeah. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
watched the original '90s one for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and like just overwatched. I watched it slow as hell because I was like obsessed, and I like
Mm-hmm.
watched it slow as hell, and I was like reading the manga at the same time, like the Golden Arc, the Golden Age, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I got real into it, and but at the same time, I was like going through mad stuff in my life, like making all these songs, and then I had realized like, whoa, I'm like putting all these Berserk references into my music, like without even realizing it. So I might as well just like make it a Berserk like sort of like title, like do a whole Berserk thing, and like do you feel me? So I
Yeah, yeah.
called it
That's crazy.
Struggler, like had the art, I made the art and shit, I made it like the Berserk art, and like it turns out like Rob Banks, Rob Banks
Yeah, yeah. Rob Bad,
from Florida.
Florida, Raider Clan, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
them,
He
bro.
had done like pretty much like at the exact same time he had dropped like something very similar, like Femto, which is like pretty much the opposite of Struggler.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, and the art was similar as hell and stuff. And I was like, what the? Because Rob Banks, like, I listened to him a lot. He played Glasgow and shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, that's crazy. Like, I was like, damn, people gonna think I'm copying Rob.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like,
Bro, there was like a hella like around like that time there was like a lot of like anime like inspired music being made, like mixing it with like street rap with like the anime shit, like, and it was just very unique at the time and people still do it, but I feel like it's like heavily like now they try to like change the name and call it like nerdcore rap or whatever the fuck, like they call it
oh
like
yeah,
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 they
it's
try to call
become
it
a
like
genre.
nerdcore.
Like,
Yeah, that's like a whole genre now.
yeah, like yeah, it's like with a like, and if anyone makes any type of unique sound, and then other people start doing it, eventually it's gonna be a genre. Like that's just how it goes.
Yeah, yeah. So, how did you and Cam God
Like
link
with
up?
mumble. Oh, me and El Kamgod.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
said El Kamgod.
yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah, basically like he hit me up like on the internet, and we were just trying to link to do music because I think I hit him first actually, just being like, yo, I fuck with your music, like you go hard, because I was listening to his music, like I'd been living in London and I just moved back to Glasgow, and I don't know how I found his music. I started listening to his music. I was like, this shit is crazy, bro. Like
yeah,
it blew
yeah,
my mind because obviously I'm this part of the world, and like for a long time, like I don't really think there was anyone making music around Glasgow. There's a couple people who make music around Glasgow, all this that, but it wasn't really like the same.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or like I don't know, I never really just whatever, for whatever reason. No hate, but like when I heard El Camgod's music, it was the first time I heard a rapper from Scotland that actually was like, yo, I can bump this, I can listen to this. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't listen to Scottish rap. I
Yeah.
was like, I hit him up, and we ended up linking up like through like a mutual friend, and we like jumped the train together like to get to the spot, and we like, oh, it was just like we made a song. We made like 5 songs maybe the first time we met or something. And we basically made the full project like days before Lazy. When I
Mm-hmm.
first met him, we just made this whole project. And, yeah, the rest is history.
Hell yeah. No, like he's definitely like one like artist, and I did it. I did a reaction to "Sign to the Scheme" too, and
Yeah,
um,
I saw that.
one thing I noticed about like his style is that because a lot of rappers that like I hear over like they're like in London or like I don't think I've heard any other artists besides y'all in Glasgow, but in like the London
Nah,
scene, it's just like UK drill or like New York drill. Like I've never really heard anyone like y'all that have an actual original style and that it like you guys follow like what it means to be like a rapper in a sense. Like it's just different. Like it's just like it just I don't know, man. Like it doesn't sound like y'all biting off of other rappers when y'all make y'all music. It sounds like y'all are making y'all own shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I feel like the New York drill shit is like
not for,
kind of low hanging fruit to make now, and it's just super easy. Like anyone can
not for sure.
I don't want to say anyone could do UK drill or NY drill, but like it's pretty much like everyone's doing that raps over there in that region. And y'all were like the first people that I
Yeah.
heard where I'm like, oh shit, y'all don't sound like none of that shit, and it's hard, like it's fire.
No, because I've been into like the whole drill culture for a long time. So
Yeah,
since I didn't even watch UK drill, you feel me? When I first heard UK drill, probably like 2014 or something. Maybe I was late, and I was like, "Whoa, what?" Like because people weren't listening to that in the UK. Like if I put on Chief Keef and stuff, like it wasn't like people didn't really. You feel me? Like at
yeah,
least in
yeah,
Glasgow, like it wasn't a drill. So to see it become like a regional genre, like now people just make like UK drill. You feel me? If I say drill to someone, they think I'm talking about a UK rapper. They don't think I'm talking about
Chicago
Lil
drill.
Mark or something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about? You
yeah,
feel me? Like it's for me, it's like it's just like a separate like we both come from like a similar like influence, but it's a totally like a different branch. Feel
mm-hmm,
me?
mm-hmm.
Like we went like a whole different way. But there's some other people doing it like outside the UK, like who do like similar stuff, but like as far as like paying homage to drill like in an original way,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's not like a big thing. Like a lot of people don't do it. Like they just like I said, they just follow the UK wave now or New York or whatever it is.
Yeah. So, when did you like? So I want to talk about like you being in like your band and stuff like that because I fuck with all types of genres of music. So, are you familiar with
Hell
the
yeah!
band? Are you familiar with Mayhem and shit like that?
You said mayhem,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Are you familiar with Mayhem?
mayhem. Yeah, 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 yeah. From Norway, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. How did you feel about like that shit when that shit was like?
Yeah, I was like a mayhem fan.
How do you feel about that
I
shit?
fuck with mayhem.
And like
Which
everything that like went down with like Mayhem. Like, how do you? Because I watched like the documentary. Because
oh,
I'm not like
bro, that shit's crazy.
yeah, like how do you feel
Dude, I
about Varg and like and Euronymous
shit,
and
you
all
thought of
them,
this?
bro? Yeah, Euronymous. How do you feel about all those
Yo,
people? Like, how do you feel about like all that shit,
dude,
bro?
I can't even lie to you, bro. Like the only type of metal music that I listen, other than I listen to punk rock. I love punk music. I always like punk rock, but like metal, the only type of like metal music that I listened to was like black metal, bro. So I
Mm-hmm.
loved that shit. I was when I was younger, I was so into that shit. I thought it was like some mystery, like it was almost like a fucking soap opera for me, bro. Like looking back and finding the lore out and shit. You feel me?
Yeah,
But like now, I'm just like that shit's crazy. Varg is like literally living in the woods with some like autistic and like
bro.
being racist as hell.
Bro, I be watching his. I've watched like his YouTube channel and shit, and like just the things that he be like talking about. And like I just be like, damn, bro, he got out of prison and he just became like anti-government, like anti like
Bro,
every like he really like want
when
to
he,
live like that lifestyle still.
when he was in prison, he was writing letters. When he was in prison, he was like writing a blog and shit on his website, bro. So I been knew he was fucking fried. Like I knew he was fried. And when he got out of prison, you know, Rip Squad, the producer of Rip Squad, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
one seven ever, whatever. He had sent me his YouTube channel, being like, "Yo, bro, he has a YouTube channel. You should check it out." And I checked it out, and I was like, "No way! Like
Bro,
this
it's
guy's
crazy. Bro, it's crazy, bro. I'm like, damn, bro, like he
And
really
you can
got a
pop me
YouTube
by
channel
telling the
and he
guy
just
like,
be
yeah,
uploading regularly. That shit's crazy. Um, like, do you?
and he caught that body. He tweets about it sometimes. He's got Twitter. He like tweets. Well, he used to, and he like tweeted one time about like capture the body and stuff. I was like, whoa, he's a savage.
Yeah,
He's a
bro.
real savage though.
Yeah, like and that's like a comparison that like when I watched like the documentary, not like the movie documentary, but like Before the Light Takes Us. It was
Yeah.
and they were like interviewing Varg and all them when Varg was in prison still, and they were interviewing like the
Oh
other like
yeah.
bandmates and shit like that. I think his name was like
That's the movie.
Necro Butcher and shit like and all them.
Next,
Bro, that shit is like, this shit was crazy, bro. Like hearing them like talking, and then like I started making comparisons with like the Chicago drill scene because like people like if you a drill rapper, bro, you gotta really live that shit. And then if you were a
yeah, yeah.
black metal, if you were a black metal, bro, you gotta burn down churches. You might have to stab somebody
Exactly.
up. Like that shit's crazy. Like
Yeah, or one of them had to kill himself. Like they went and took pictures and shit. Like yeah, I know what you mean. Like they would get their stripes. Like it's like a different thing. Like gangbanging is its whole own world, but like they were
mm-hmm.
really living like a dangerous fucking life. Like that's what probably attracted me to the music. To be honest with you,
Yeah, yeah. That shit's insane, man. So, is there like any like are there any more black metal bands in like y'all area and stuff like that? Like, is that still like popular in any kind of way?
I think like there is some bands and shit. I don't keep up with that type of music anymore. Like
Mm.
there's a couple bands like grindcore and punk bands and stuff that like I know of like Endless Swarm and like some other bands like they have like there's my boy Graham, that's his band. Like they have like another band. I think they're kind of like I don't know like power violency like some, but it's like influenced by black metal.
Mm.
But I don't really know black metal wise. I kind of just like when I listen to it now, I listen to the instrumental stuff. It's all too satanic for me, bro. I can't listen to
Yeah,
this shit.
yeah, yeah. That's just yeah. Like, and then like the Cardi be thinking that he's what you call it from Mayhem. He tries to like dress up as dead.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, which is crazy. I'm
you like
just
that?
yeah. He
Yeah,
tries to he paints his face like dead, and I'm just like I'm like bro,
bro,
like
it's
I can't tell if people
crazy.
I can't tell if people really understand what like their whole like concepts and stuff were, or if they're just like
Yeah.
using it as like a fad or whatever. Cause like me, like I really
When I
had
met, no, I don't want to interrupt you, bro.
oh yeah, I was gonna say because like I really had to like deep dive into like that culture and like do like my research to fully like understand like their
Mm,
mindsets and shit. And that's why
yeah,
like I was just like, damn, this shit's kind of
you
like
really
damn
actually,
near being a drill rapper. Like,
yeah, no, that's when I spoke to Space Ghost Park. Like he was on that. He was saying that same shit. He was like, yeah, this shit is like making black metal, but you don't want people to think in the hood to think that you fucking like a weirdo. Like
yeah,
so, you make the dark rap.
mm,
Like that's like he literally that's basically straight up what he said to me.
that's
So
crazy.
it's like the same kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean that's facts because like he was really
And
into.
how it influenced, like when I listen.
Oh, go
Sorry,
ahead,
bro.
You go, you go.
I was just like when I listen to like Every Day is Halloween or something by Chief Keef. That shit's as hell, and that's it's like scary almost. It's got screams in the beat. That's like a classic like Young Chop thing, putting a scream in the beat.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like yeah, there's definitely like some sort of it's just demonic. Like that's the best way to put it.
Bro, yeah, bro. Like I remember when like it was like first like because I live like 2 hours outside of Chicago, so like when like it first like
Oh
started happening, like we noticed that like more people like because I was young as fuck, we was like damn near like 15 years old and shit when it just become like starting to get
yeah.
like big and shit. Like kids like our age wanted
Uh-huh.
to they was like yo we ready to kill people all type like bro like the shootings went up, niggas was dying. Like it went crazy, bro. Like the whole like wave that like hit like our city, and then like Lil J and all them, they started like performing in our city and stuff like that, and it just like invoked it even like
Great.
more. Bro, it was insane, bro. It even got into a point where there was like this thing that was about to happen where people from Chicago was supposed to come down to our city, and it was supposed to be like an all out fucking like war type shit, bro. It
Oh,
was, yeah, bro. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy, dog. It was crazy, man. It got crazy at
bro, I
one
can't
point.
imagine growing up with that on like that. Yeah, growing up with that on your doorstep must have been crazy, bro. Because like even from across the sea, that shit was influential, and like
Yeah.
it wasn't obviously like that. Like I was just into it for the music, but obviously like through music and through like just connecting with people, like I met people who are like from the city and who tell me like, yeah, yeah, it's really like that out here.
Bro,
Like
that shit's
it's
real
no
life, bro.
joke. Like
That shit's real
like
as fuck.
he's locked up right now. I think he's in the county right now. I don't know if he's still in the county, but yeah, free my boy Fefe. I
Yeah,
just want to say
man.
that for the record.
Yeah, man. I want to get into some fan questions. Someone wanted to ask you about the rappers from Russia, Kazakhstan, um,
Oh yeah, shouts to
Walrus.
Kazakhstan, man. What the hell?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Walrus, Calinet, Low Floor 777, and Xanac.
Oh yeah, man. Shouts to yeah. Basically, like yeah, I fuck with a bunch of rappers from like Russia and Kazakhstan. I know the relation between Russia and Kazakhstan is kind of funny. It's just like mostly like they speak in Russian, so it's like a VK connection, I guess. Like there's like the social network VK, people upload music and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if people put my music on VK. I got hella fans from Russia, Kazakhstan, Ukraine, Belarus, stuff like that.
That's fire.
But yeah, shout out to those artists that Zan, Walrus, Kalianet, 6 milligrams. Um, Shout out to all them artists, man. RBN, that's his old name. Yeah, I fuck with Russia heavy, so it's cool that I have that's probably like my number two right now country in the world for like streams, for like plays.
That's
It's like
crazy.
USA, Russia, UK.
That's fire,
Yeah, for
man.
real.
All right, the next question I want to ask you is Luniel from Chile. From Chile.
Oh yeah, RIP, my boy Lon.
So, like, how did y'all, like,
Yeah,
start,
that was
like, how that connection happened?
yeah, basically, bro. We were like making music for years. Like he used to hit me up like about music. Like but when he started making music, like check out my songs, bro. I fuck with you. And I was like, "Oh, where you from? Ooh, this that." And I found out he was from Chile. I was like, "Yo, that's crazy." And we basically like formed a friendship. And we used to just share music and stuff. And like basically like I shared one of his songs on my page too. Like he made a song and I remixed it and like shared it on my page and stuff. So we were always like gonna do music together. We never got around to like making any songs together, which is actually crazy. Like when I think about that shit's crazy. But basically like he had passed away like in 2020
That's
in like
crazy.
June. So like that was crazy. Oh shit. But yeah, that was crazy because he was like young and obviously the circumstances and shit. Like
Yeah,
it just kind of blew me because I've been talking to this guy since he was like a little kid. Like basically he was like 16 when he started messing with me,
that's
maybe
crazy.
younger. Like I fuck with your music, bro. Ooh, oh, I make music. I'm in Chile. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Kids in Chile listen to my music. That's insane.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, so I guess a lot of like low key Chile underground people started fucking with me because of Lunyel. Like Lunyel was doing songs with like he was like doing beats with like guys who are produced for big artists right now. I can't even think of the name. Like Lucy, like one Lucy or some shit.
I know who that
Lucy.
is. Yeah,
He
yeah.
used to just go by Lucy, Luss. Him and Lunyel, they were like this, bro. Like when it comes to like making songs, bro. Every time I got like a Lunyel pack, it was like Lucy and Lunyel, Lucy, Lunyel. It was crazy, bro. But yeah, R.I.P. to Lunyel, man. He's a real one though. Yeah, his music, his art, like he really one of a king.
That's fire, man. Um, how did you like form a band? How did you get into a band and shit?
Oh yeah, basically like back then I was just going to shows and stuff. I used to go to shows just to like fuck shit up. I was just like going crazy at shows. That was like my thing when I was younger. And yeah, just like some dudes just like we started a band, but our band was like just crazy, bro. Our band wasn't even like for real. Like we just went to shows to fuck shit up and called Damage. Like the band was called Damage. And then like some older guys who were in like a bigger band that actually was made good music. They were like, "Oh, bro, like we need a vocalist. Like you want to be a vocalist in our band?" They were called Coffin Splitter, and I did like one show with them or some shit. But we did like hella practices and stuff. We like basically like I didn't really do much music as far as like performing,
Mm,
but I did a bunch of like recording. It's all lost because MySpace. When MySpace deleted all their music, I lost all that shit. So R.I.P.
damn. So besides like black metal and stuff, like what other genres of music were you fucking with? Besides like hip hop and shit.
Yeah, mostly like punk music, mostly like Misfits and this band Balzac from
Mm,
where I cut it. Yeah, this band Balzac from Japan, like Misfits. Like I was really into them Misfits, and I like shoegaze music, I guess you could call it, and like happy hardcore, like dance music, like from the UK, like UK hardcore, I guess they call it, like happy hardcore, yeah, that type of shit, and Japanese hardcore, like that type of shit.
yeah, yeah.
So
Japanese
like
hardcore
dance
is
music,
fire.
black metal, and hip hop, mostly like southern hip hop and drill music.
Yeah, yeah. So who would be like your
Yes, like it's
top?
not really, it's like a eclectic mix, but
Yeah, yeah. Who would be like your top? U.S. rappers and rappers in Europe, like rappers in Europe. who is like your, I don't even want to say top five, but like who do you consider like ones that you really fuck with in Europe and in the U.S. Like who are your favorite that you fuck with?
Just and do you mean like of all time or like right now
It
or
can be of
for
all
the
time. It can be of all time right now, whatever you want it to be.
shit? If it's of all time, my favorite US rapper probably like Chief Keef. Go, um, but then I'll probably say like if I want to like Thug as well. I used to listen to Young Thug, like hella Young, Lil Wayne, Gucci. Um, but then like I want to like kind of give props to like more like current rappers. 'Cause I still like listen to rap music. You feel me?
Hmm.
Like I like a lot of, like drum music, like Lil J. Like I know like Lil J is like a controversial character, bro, but Lil J's
Yeah,
music is hella inspirational to me, bro.
yeah, yeah.
Like extremely into me. Even people who have like two drill songs, some of their songs like are hella inspirational to me. Like Lil Mark,
Hmm.
like I know like he's controversial as hell, but like he has like some unreleased music, and like I'll listen to it like all the time. It's crazy. Like drill music is deep. Sicko Mob, I love like Lil Trav from Sicko Mob. He's like one of my favorite rappers ever. He
Hmm.
like had that whole like Lil Uzi Vert wave before Lil Uzi Vert and shit. So
That's facts.
Space Ghost Perp, hella inspirational to me as well. But yeah, dude, it's like hard to give like a solid list. So
Yeah, yeah. What about so
I
like
hope
what
that.
about artists in like in
As far as
Europe?
Europe, yeah, Europe. As far as Europe, like the only artist I really listen to is like my boys. Like I hate to say it, like I don't want to be like biased,
Oh yeah,
like
that's
El
yeah, yeah, go
Camgod,
ahead.
Jella, Martin. Like, but other than that, like there's some cool people like my boy in Germany. There's a couple like cool people. Like I'm trying to like not fuck up. I don't want to
Oh, you all
get
good? You
anyone's
all
name
good?
wrong. Nothing because some of these European rappers have weird ass names.
Yeah, yeah.
But obviously in Russia. Like to be honest, Kalianet, he's like my favorite rapper from like I guess if he's from Europe, Moscow. If Moscow's in Europe, then
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
he's my favorite rapper in Europe.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
So, where like is there like a lane where cuz like you know how to book shows, you make music, videos and all that shit. Like do you just want to be like everything to music or is there a specific lane that you want to get into?
well, to be honest, bro, when I shows and all that type of shit like a long time ago, so I really just want to make music and perform music. Performing music is really like the best part. Like to be honest, like making it's like fun,
Mhm.
but making it's like fast as 5 seconds. Like actually like doing shows and like playing shows and stuff is really like what I like to do. Making videos and making like good music is always going to be the thing, but like I do like to like get out there with it. You feel me?
And is it like so? Is it harder to book shows as a artist from Glasgow, like in your area, than it would be to like go to like the states and book a show? Do you think?
Yeah, yeah, I think so personally. Like for a start, like my fan base in the USA is like way bigger, like more than double the size. Like so, I have a bigger fan base there, so it just makes way more sense to play shows there. But also like in Glasgow's like a big city, small city type shit, but people know people and there's like it's like who you know you can get blackballed. Like you know how it is like in cities where people don't like you and it's kind of like a small city.
Mm-hmm.
People just don't book. You just don't get. It's like oh no, he's trouble. Yeah. That other than that, I think it is much easier because like most of my shows to be real, I played in London. I never played most of my shows in Glasgow. I played most shows in London, so it speaks for itself really.
Yeah,
Even in London, it's hard to get a show.
that's crazy. So like, do you think it's so? You think it's harder
Yeah.
for at home talent to book a show rather than like a foreign artist from the United States to come over here over to where you're at and book a show? You think most like most?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. I think like yeah, like if you're gonna like book someone like who's foreign, like people, it's say they've got like some hype, it's gonna go off. People are gonna go well for it. But if you book
Mm,
someone who's like El Cam, like well, I'm not trying to like say like if you book them, it won't go off. But like, are people gonna show up the same way? Nah, hell no. It just is what it is. But shit.
yeah, that's crazy.
But that's how it is in Glasgow right now. We're way more hyped on like foreign artists or whatever, people from overseas.
But it's kind of like
Yeah,
that.
I don't blame them.
It's like that over here too. Like if you're an artist, like even for like Chicago artists, sometimes like it took Dirk like this
Mhm.
long for people to show up at his shows. You know what I'm saying? And like it took
Oh yeah,
like it takes like
yeah,
a very long time for people to actually appreciate you, and they want you to get like, I don't know why there's like this thing where they wait for you to get bigger in order for them to like support you and fuck with you. And I think that that's just
owes a
everywhere.
lot.
Like I'm starting to think that that's like everywhere, because it's definite.
Hmm.
Like because if y'all came over to the States, they wouldn't have no problem booking y'all here and getting y'all a show. But if someone that was from the area wanted to book a show and stuff like that, they would make up all these excuses, make up all these like things. Like, and I think that's just like a local city like mindset kind of like shit that like goes on around here, which is kind of weird. I think it's weird how you don't want to see someone else from like your city like blow up and like do something good with themselves and put the city on. But yeah, like it's just crazy like how people just like don't want to see like the local talent like blow up and like do something with themselves, and they just like keep them
Hmm.
down, but then they'll book somebody else that's not even where they from. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird.
Yeah,
Like yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. That's like I think that's universal, like you said, bro.
Yeah, it's like toxic mentality. So, one thing I learned from Cam God is that like schemes. So like y'all call y'all
Hmm.
places schemes. Like our like what we
Yeah.
call hood, y'all call them schemes. Like what is like the term or like the meaning behind naming it a scheme?
Well, if you think of the term project, like the meaning of the word project, right, and then the meaning of the word scheme, it's like it means the same kind of thing, right?
Mm,
It's like a scheme. It's like a project. It's
mm-hmm.
like they putting people together in the whatever period, like the 90s or the 60s, whenever that started, to like say change the living conditions. Like you feel me, moving people from like into the city or the inner city, whatever, like making them all live in the suburbs. It was like the opposite. Instead of moving people into the cities, like moving people into the suburbs or whatever, and then putting
Oh
them in these
shit,
like
that's
government
crazy.
buildings. Yeah, and then putting them in these government buildings, and like they're just kind of out the way, and like people like just had nothing to do, so people just as you do start fighting each other. Like I don't,
Yeah, that's
and then
crazy.
you
So
got
like it's like reverse. Like so instead of putting y'all in the
pretty
city,
much.
they move y'all all the way out of the city. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then around the city is sort of like kind of like rich people. Like just outside the city, it does get rough, but like the outskirts is mostly. I guess that's like the suburbs. Like, if you're not in the city, you feel me?
That's crazy. So like what is it like what was your like experience like? Well, what is your experience like? I don't know if you're in a scheme right now, but like
Uh,
what
yeah,
is
I'm right now. I'm currently
that's
live.
That's crazy, bro. Like, so like, what is like your like experience like with schemes and shit like that? Like, how do you think like, do you think that like everything is fair like in the scheme people that for people that live in schemes? Do you think that like, what is the lifestyle like? What is like the day to day like type shit?
I think like a lot's changed since I was growing up. You feel me? I'm like a '90s baby, so obviously like since like the early 2000s, things have gotten like I see like better in some ways. Like
Mm-hmm.
socially, they've changed. Like it used to be like obviously there was a lot more buildings. They knocked them down. They knocked a lot of the big buildings down. They knocked a lot of buildings down. So it's kind of like the same thing in Chicago, but like more recent almost. And it's like, well, not really, because it was like the early 2000s. So yeah, I guess it's like the same kind of time period. And they knocked all these buildings down. So like people moved into these like suburban areas, and like I don't know, bro. Like living in, I lived with my grandparents for a little while, and they lived outside of like a kind of like what you call a scheme, and like a kind
Mm-hmm.
of just like a suburban area, but like right beside the scheme, like as in like across the road is the scheme. So, and I'm talking like buildings with the shutters on them and shit.
Mm.
So like being around there compared to now, like I don't really see many places like that anymore. Like there's still places like that, but a lot of these places been demolished and shit. But I guess the attitude's probably still the same. Like you're walking around where you from. That's the main thing. Like nowadays, I don't remember the last time someone asked me where I was from. Well, I do because I got my jaw broken. But
That's
like
crazy.
other than that, like it's not like that. It's not like that common. Like where you from, and then like you know how it is. Like you say where you're from, or you
Mm-hmm.
start running, or you
Yeah,
start
yeah,
fighting, or whatever. Because someone's from some bullshit. They ask you where you're from.
yeah. That's
You
crazy.
got no business asking where. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's the same in Glasgow. It's like similar mentality. Like London is like this big time too.
Mm-hmm.
People with knives. I don't know. Glasgow calmer, in my opinion. Chilled out, but it's getting hot again. To be honest with you, because I don't know if it's drill music. I don't know if it's just people bored, or because the conditions are getting worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like people are very isolated, bored, poor, and then you get stuck into a cycle. You just know the same people who are selling drugs or broke, just doing fighting, doing all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really get out. You don't meet other people. You don't. Really, people they speak like the slang. Like you can't even really interact with people from other parts of the city. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You become like isolated, and it's sad, bro. And you get cut off. A lot of people might even like. You might be from that background. You might be super talented. People get around you. They feel that vibe from you. They may be from like a different background, so they're like, "Oh no, this guy's rough." Nah, like he's rough. He's he's dangerous or something.
Mm.
Like honestly, that is
That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Like, and then it's just like even asking like where you from and stuff like that. I thought that shit only happened in America, bro. Like, and then seeing that it's like happening in all these other places.
in London
That
too.
shit is wild as fuck. That shit is crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think that?
Stupid because these people don't make no any type of money as well. For the
Yeah,
record,
yeah.
don't make any type of money. It's all about balance. It's just for the record.
That shit's crazy. Do you think that do you feel like you would be safer if you had a gun over a knife?
The thing about it is, like, if two people start shooting each other, one gets hit, man, they get hurt. Like straight up, like bullets are just different. Or you can
Mm-hmm.
mess and you hit like a kid, or like guns are. The thing about a gun is though, if like five guys come up to you, pull out a gun, start blowing, they're probably gonna run, right? But if you pull out a knife, what if they take the knife off you, bro? They're
That's what
gonna
I'm
chop you.
saying.
They're gonna like stamp you to death and chop you up. So I don't really fuck with knives, bro. Like I rather just pull out a pistol and like you feel me, then you see them scatter.
Yes, that's what
Like
that's what I'm saying. Like
it's a
I'd
weird question
100%
because
rather have a gun. I'd rather, and I'd
yeah, but
rather get shot to get stabbed.
the
I'd
way they
rather
do it,
get 100%.
nah, man.
I'd rather get shot
Yeah,
than
because like at least it burns as well. So it might like
yeah.
nah, bro. I feel you because honestly, and see like people think in America when they have a knife fight, two guys are gonna be like, oh god, and like fight with a knife. Ching ching ching. It's gonna be like nah, bro. It's gonna be five guys, big guys. They're gonna run you down and it's gonna be like machete. You're gonna get chopped up. You know. So it's not nice, bro. I'd rather get shot. Like low
Yeah, yeah,
key.
yeah, bro. That shit is
Like you always like
crazy.
I don't know. I don't know. Guns have their own problems because you get switches nowadays, people shooting kids and all that shit. But like personally, the knife thing is horrible.
But my thing about it is though, you take guns away, people use knives. You take knives away,
Yeah, I know,
people start throwing battery acid on you. People will get creative. People, motherfuckers use a brick,
bro.
a rock, like all types of
Real
shit.
shit, real shit,
So like no
bro.
matter
That's a real thing. People really do go after.
yeah, like I just think no
In
matter
the
what
UK,
you
that is.
do. Oh, go ahead. I want you to finish.
No, I'm just saying, bro. Like I was just in London, bro. Like where I was from, like the where I was living in London, like was like the acid attack capital type shit. Like it was when you go into the store, you can't buy like certain products and shit because people do that shit. They throw acid in people's face. You feel me? They got guns too, but like on the low, they don't really have like the military shit, but they have guns.
Mm-hmm. That shit's crazy.
Apparently, that's what they say in the song. I heard some of the songs. It sounds like they have guns.
Yeah, yeah. Like, cause I feel like just no matter what you do, if another human wants to harm another human, they're gonna figure out how to get it done no matter
Oh
what.
yeah,
So like, it doesn't really matter. Like, if
and
you
bro,
could
think of it
take,
this way: like in the
go ahead.
medieval times, you got like in the medieval times and shit, they had no guns, bro, and that's when they were like crucifying people, bro, and putting people in like boiling kettles and like you feel me, like cutting people's heads off with
Yeah,
saws and
bro.
shit. So it's like guns kind of protect people.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why, like over here, like if it's like 10 people coming after, bro, I've like, cause where I live, like in the city that I live in, I remember it was like the 4th of July night, and like it was like 25 dudes running after one guy. And then he pulls out his gun. They all start running away. So if one gun can make 25 people run away from you, I'd
Oh,
rather have the gun
yep,
than anything else,
yep.
hands down. Because like it just
There
shows
you
you
go,
how
bro.
much
Smart. There you go. It's that
It's
simple.
Is what I'm saying. Like, it just shows you how much power the gun has over anything else,
Yep.
and like, and how you can protect
Facts.
yourself rather than because people can call it a gun issue, but it's still the gun can't shoot itself. At the end of the day, someone has to pull the
No,
trigger.
I agree with you 100%, bro. Yeah,
The gun
I
don't shoot
agree with you
itself.
100%.
Like people call it a gun issue, like
Exactly.
over here, but I'm just like, bro, someone shot the gun. Like this is a
It's a
human.
violence. It's a poverty.
And there's just some people that
Yeah,
don't know how
also, I
to.
don't know.
Yeah, it's just some people that don't know how to control themselves when they, or even know what it means to even have a gun, or like know what that like responsibility is, type shit. Um, I have another question, man. So, what do you? What's like the what like new music? What new features are we gonna be seeing in the future from you, bro?
Got a new song with Rapallo, bootleg baby actually. I got like a bootleg baby Rapallo song coming out, and I'm gonna drop that soon. Like I don't know, I just have to make the art for it basically. I'm gonna make the art for it, so it's another whoop. But like also project wise, I don't know, but I want to work on a project with Rapallo. We kind of got that in the works, like just planning it, like scheming, and then I don't know. Basically, bro, I'm just trying to play some shows, get that booked out, get that sorted soon. Do some features with El Cam, shout out to El Cam God, Jella, and then do this project with Rapallo. So, but it's going to be a little well. In the meantime, I'm just going to be dropping like singles and just blah, blah,
Yeah, yeah.
videos, all that. I got a video dropping soon, actually.
Hell
I got a
yeah,
video dropping soon.
hell yeah. Do you think booking talent from like the U.S. or even outside of the Glasgow area, do you think that that will help you like do live shows as well, like booking like the foreign talent, bringing them there, and then incorporating you guys into the show
Yeah.
as well? Like, do you think that that would be like a plan, or like how do you see like the show booking going if like the blackballing is happening? Because you can use a U.S. artist
Yeah.
that fucks with y'all as a Trojan horse to break in the door for y'all.
Yeah, no, no, I hear you, bro. I've definitely considered it, bro. It is definitely a possibility. It's just like parlaying with the venues. Obviously, like we have people like just myself personally, like in the group who can just talk to the venues and set it up. So that is actually like a thing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give away the hand too
Yeah,
much, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, bro. Cause like that's like where my mind is going. I'm like, well, shit, bro. You might as well just start bringing the the American talent over here, and then incorporating all y'all.
yeah,
And y'all fuck around. You might not even y'all can have like a figurehead be like, yo, I want to book this talent. Next thing you know, y'all are on the card and shit with the American talent and shit. So I could definitely see that shit working out for y'all
yeah,
because y'all really have a more authentic sound where you guys are at than I've heard so far compared to like the UK drill stuff. Because I'm just like, I just sound like New York drill, and then New York drill, they really love Chicago drill. Like they treat like Chicago rappers like gods in New York. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, and then they just
yeah,
piggybacking off the New York drill shit. And I'm just like, and then y'all are actually paying homage to the Chicago drill and like doing like y'all own thing. So I'm just saying, like, I would love to see y'all blow up more rather than like the whole like UK drill scene because to me I feel like bro like it's been like memed out, it's been like played out like in my mind, like I fuck with it, but at the same time I just can't get like my head out of like the how commercialized it's been like in the UK. Like I'm just like, bro, y'all got old ass like niggas rapping UK drill, but that shit crazy. Like I ain't ever like
yeah.
that
The
shit
UK is
crazy.
just like that, bro.
That shit is crazy, and it's kind of like cringing, like in a way. I'm just like, bro, like I can't even listen to New York drill the
Yeah,
same no more.
yeah. No, I feel you, bro. Like I've always kind of felt that way about it. Like there's some of it that I do fuck with. I had a period where I was really into like UK drill music, like a couple artists I was like fucking with. And, like obviously as an organic culture, so
Hmm.
there is part of me that's like, oh yo, this is cool because I know them type of people.
Yeah.
But like musically, there's no one else that really. But there's probably some other artists that maybe I don't know about that do it. But
Hmm.
like, yeah, I appreciate that because not a lot of people like see it like that. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, y'all definitely like the most like I would say like authentic sound that I've heard so far in the scene. You know, next to like Young Lean and Blade, like Blade and Young Lean, like they have like their original sound and stuff like that. And then I would say like y'all are right there with an original sound. I think that y'all just need someone that can like kick the door down for y'all, you know, and give y'all like a like someone that's like big needs to just give y'all a look. You know what I'm saying? They need to give y'all like a, you know, either give y'all a feature, get y'all on a show, music video cameo or some shit like that. And I can see y'all going crazy, bro. Like y'all need like that one. Y'all just need that one. Like maybe it's an American feature from an artist that's over, like, you know, that's in the Chicago drill scene,
Yeah,
or like someone that's you know, someone that's like popping in any kind of scene, whether it be Florida, Chicago, Atlanta, or whatever. Y'all just need that one look and someone that can just break down like that barrier for y'all, and then boom, next thing you know, y'all gonna be taking off, because that's what it took for Bladee Young Lean as well. Bladee Young Lean was fucking with Xavier Wolf. They
that's
was
true.
fucking with they was fucking with
Mm-hmm.
hella artists over here in America, and like that opened them to like a whole
That's true.
big ass audience. And
Blackberry.
I could definitely see y'all doing some shit with Shed Theory as well, bro. I can see like the Shed Theory shit like
Oh,
popping.
yeah,
I can see y'all fucking with them as well, bro. That shit
bro.
gonna go
Like
crazy.
I have a bunch of songs with those guys. Like shouts to Shed Fury. Like that's my peoples. I fuck with them heavy. Joey, all them. Like Marlon, Woody, for real. They all go hard. I got a bunch of songs with Joey and shit. So, like you were saying, bro. Like if I ever had any like US artists play here, like for example, like Shed Fury, like if they play Glasgow, I'm gonna be playing with them.
Hell
If
yeah,
they play
man.
London, I'm gonna be playing with them.
Hell yeah, man.
That's like that type of. Obviously, they're still like on the grind, like on the way up, and I salute them. But
Hell yeah.
as far as like bigger art, there's like I used to like fuck with Cemetery. Like he's kind of blown up, but like we don't have a relationship no more. So
Yeah. Like, do you like? And Cameron kind of told me about like the relationship y'all had, but when you were working with him and everything was good, like how was it like working with Cemetery?
oh yeah, he's a cool. He was like a good guy to work with because he works fast as hell. Like he
Mm-hmm.
do a song and it's gonna be done like yeah. So he was fast as hell at making beats, and he like got the whole because. And I don't say this to be like downgrade the guy, 'cause I'm not even on that type of shit. But like
Mm-hmm.
he was like a fan, and like not fan, but like he was into my music before I was publicly making music. You feel me? So
Mm-hmm.
when we start making music together, he knows what he wants me to sound like. You get what I'm trying to say? Because he
Mm-hmm.
listens to my music. So he's like, oh yeah, I want to make this type of Juju song. Well, I'm gonna send him this. Whoop. And boom, I make the song. I make that fall song. I make that pretty song. Like so, he was good at making beats and quick. Like I send him the vocals. He just I got someone else to mix them because Cemetery mixes shit like ass. But that's like his sound. But yeah, Cemetery was a cool guy to work with, but he's picky as hell. Like I don't really like working with artists who's going to be like in the future, like, nah, I'm going to take this track down, bro, because you fuck with woo 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 and this and that. For nah, that shit to me, that shit is just not cool.
Yeah. So so
So
like, do you think that there's like any kind of way that y'all could like, cause I feel like the whole like beef shit,
patch it
like
up.
I feel like the whole yeah, I feel like the whole beef and shit between artists, especially like in the underground and shit like that. I feel like it's kind of pointless because I'm in a mindset of where if one wins, we all win, like type shit, like, and
Nah,
everyone should be like working together and stuff like that. And even if you don't have like the same like political views or have like the same ideologies, y'all should still be able to work together, because there's lots
mm-hmm.
of people that I don't agree with politically, but I will still sit down, have a
Yeah,
conversation with them. I'll get a drink with them. I'll
I
get
hear you.
lit with them and stuff like that. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, cause like when I grew up not giving a fuck about, you know, political stuff. This like when that shit started getting pushed on me when I was like in the eighth grade, and like I somewhat kind of cared
I,
about it, and then I stopped caring about it again. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't let
I
that
totally
shit.
hear.
I don't let that shit like influence like my actions and my emotions.
Yeah, I've made that mistake before, bro. I had like some friends. I had like a friend in the past, like a really close friend to me, but he had some like extreme political views, so we like weren't friends for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And he had passed away, and I didn't even know about it. This is like someone that I was like really close to for a long time. So after I found out that he had passed away, it made me learn like, damn, I should have just spoke to him like a man and being like, what's up, bro? Like instead of like avoiding this person because they have these views and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like that is corny. It's a waste of time. We're trying to stop people like killing each like gang members who have dead bodies on both sides. We're trying to make people like shake hands, but then people in the underground can't even go up it over like, nah, bro, that shit's it's not adding up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It doesn't make
it's
sense.
stupid
It's a
because
waste of time. I want to be the king of the swamp type mentality, bro. That shit's
yeah. I think it's just dumb because like if you are solely invested in like a political party, like you're solely invested in like these people that ultimately don't give a fuck about you and all they want is your money, like a corporation. That's how I look at that shit. And
yeah.
I'm just like I'm not about to let someone else's
I'm not
political
like I
views.
say.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Nah, sorry, my bad. I think we got like a slight delay, so I'm like just chiming in, and it's like,
Oh yeah, you all good. But yeah, I was gonna say like I don't let like that shit like ruin a potential like friendship relationship that I could have with somebody. I think that it's just really pointless, and I think if I think cemetery should just I think cemetery shed theory all y'all like if y'all all came together, bro, and like was just making shit, bro, the takeover would be crazy. It would be fast. It would fast track everyone's success even more. Like that's how I look at it. Like everyone would be fast
yeah,
tracked. It would be like Raider Clan back in like 2014, 2013 type shit. Cause like Raider Clan is a conglomerate of
yeah,
people that live in all different areas. And like y'all could be a conglomerate of people that live in all different areas, and y'all could just be doing shows. Like the shit would be 10 times bigger, and
uh-huh.
like it would be crazy. Y'all wouldn't have to get on. Like if that was the case, if y'all all were working together, y'all wouldn't motherfuckers wouldn't have to get on bigger artists as like tours and shit like that. Y'all could do y'all own big ass tour, and then smaller artists can get on y'all tours type shit. Like that's how I look at it in my
Yeah.
mind. But like it's just hard to I guess like it's hard for some people to get like
But
past it.
I agree with you 100%. I couldn't agree with you more, bro. But at the same time, it's like people have their own personal vendettas and stuff that you can't get past. Obviously, I can't fault like shared theory, and I don't even like bringing him into the discussion with symmetry. But it's like really, it's his problem. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like obviously I did overlook on the reply when it came to like my response and shit. I did kind of whoop it, but like I'm man enough to say like I did overwhoop symmetry. Like, but at the same time, bro, this shit is bigger than us. It's bigger than some petty shit. But I don't want to work with anyone who doesn't want to work with me. Type shit. Oh shit, I went dark.
Are you
I don't
good?
want to work with anyone who doesn't want to work, who has some fugazi, like you feel me. But like for the culture and shit, if it was real, obviously
That's what I'm saying.
everyone
It's for the culture.
would
That's
like
what
to
I'm
see
saying.
that.
Like I'm saying for the culture. I'm not like I understand like if y'all like have like y'all personal thing, but for it's like boxing and like MMA. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
not just cemetery, but all haunted mountain for me.
Yeah,
There's the
yeah,
whole haunted mountain situation. So it's
yeah.
cemetery, like there's a bunch of artists there. They all so it's like it's just a shame that like they can't relate with they can't relate with us because we're backlog like that.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think for like the culture though, like it's like it's what the people want to see, and it's like I make this like comparison to like I made it before because I've talked about like like the things that's been happening between Haunted Mountain and Shed Theory and shit like that, and like I say like it's like MMA and boxing, and like the fans don't get like the fights that they want to see because this manager don't fuck with that manager and shit like that. And then next thing you know, we
Mm-hmm.
never get the fight that the culture wants to see. So like now I'm just thinking I'm like damn the culture is not gonna get the music that the people might want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Or that the culture deserves like type shit.
But it's already happened so many times in music, so it doesn't surprise me. Like even like when I think of certain like things that could have happened with artists in the past, like legendary link ups that should have
Mm-hmm.
happened, didn't happen over some petty BS or like like it's just one of those things, bro. Like, and it's like a modern day version of it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just going on right now.
Yeah, yeah. I just think it's hard for people, especially in music and entertainment. It's like one thing that I also had to like deal with myself. It's like also you're in your head, and then you have like the ego, and then you think that people think these things about you, but they really don't, unless you have that conversation with them.
Yeah.
Do you like? Do you ever like? Have you ever like caught yourself just like being in your head, thinking that somebody thinks something about you, but they really don't, or like they never even thought about it at all?
Yeah, honestly, bro. Like for me, it's more like people hitting me up being like, "Oh, yo, I thought we had a problem or something," and I'm like, "Nah, bro. Like, I never even thought about you. Like, it never crossed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not even trying to like put the question onto someone else, make it seem like I'm some kind of saint. But, bro,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, like, I don't really want to have any problems with anyone, and if I do, I'm very vocal and very like obnoxious, and like I'm a bit of a loose screw, bro. So like, everyone will know when I have a problem with someone. But then it might cool down, and I'll be like, "Yo, it's nothing."
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when it comes to like that type of thing, it's like honestly, like unless something's obvious, like I don't really want to have like issues with anyone. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's something like really personal or something, like I don't really see why anyone has to have any type of issue. Because like making it into some political shit is nonsense. We all know that's nonsense, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
It's some ego bullshit, nothing to do with like politics, bro.
yeah.
Or it might be, and they might just be that pride that they actually convince themselves it is, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I think it's some ego trip. No, I'm just down to work with whoever, as long as it's not a problem. If it's a
Yeah,
problem, then
yeah. I feel you.
but yeah.
Yeah, man. Do you think? How do you feel about where music is going now? What do you think? How do you feel like the sounds and everything? Like, where do you see music going in the future?
Um, Shit, that's a good question, bro. I think like Atlanta drill, like like Atlanta drill music, like Lil Rez, some other artists too from that scene. Like that's the like Lil Baby type of like underground Lil Baby like type sound and shit. That's kind of like in the US, like I don't know, that sound is kind of blowing up and like fast, like like the fast music shit, like M Block and like that type of sound is kind of big in Chicago. So
Mm-hmm.
as far as like globally, like music, like drill music, like that's becoming more like relevant, like that fast music. Milwaukee music is kind of blown up. Like I fuck with Milwaukee, like
Yeah,
heavy,
Milwaukee
like
certified trapper.
Milwaukee music. Yeah, I love Certified Trapper, Aoli, Matt
Mm-hmm.
G,
Mm-hmm.
but in the underground, like artists, like Lil Tay, like all that man, Lil Qua. Like I really, really like Milwaukee artists. So that sound's kind of picking up like Xavier So Bass, like that type of sound. I don't even know what to call that type of sound. He's kind of like growing up, so
I
a
compared
lot of people
like
probably start jumping on that.
I compared like
Like,
Xavier Sobase. Like I think like Xavier Sobase has like that Bay Area like Oakland like type sound mixed with like it's like New York, but like he lives in New York, but he has like this Oakland Bay Area type sound. Like that's like kind of how like I like feel like his like sound is. It's like more like a
yeah,
like Lil B, like Lil B has like that similar kind of like style as well. Like there's a lot of like weird sounds
yeah,
like coming
Ace,
out. Yeah, like it's a lot of weird like dope sounds that's like just brewing up. And I
yeah.
also have another question. How do you feel about the underground scene? Like, do you think the underground scene is like growing? Do you think it's stagnant? How do you feel about it right now?
The underground scene. Shit. I feel like I don't really know. It's cool. Like it's getting more attention. Like a lot of people who were to me like underground are becoming like kind of like memes now and like low key like blowing up. So it's like I don't really think it's stagnating. It's just becoming like people people are starting to get noticed in the underground and blowing up and like it's becoming like music is kind of changing, bro, because everyone just listens to music on Spotify. Everyone listens to music online and like people go to shows and shit. Don't get me wrong, but like music is just internet. It's so internet now. So like anyone can be like have like a million plays. Like people get like industry planted and they
Mm-hmm.
have like a million plays. They start off on Spotify with all these followers. They can make playlists like and no one knows who they are, bro.
Yeah,
So the underground scene has a bunch of people like that too. So
it's a lot of
it's like
nepotism.
I don't know, bro. I think it's an interesting time for like bro. I love a bunch of underground artists. Like I said, like Xavier So Bass, Aoli, Shed Fury, shit like that. Like I love the underground, but like I think people are starting to glow up. That's how I see it
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that like they're doing like Shed Theory, Xavier So Base, Acid Soja, and all them like they're growing, but
Oh yeah, that's not
I feel like they're being overshadowed by these implant like these industry plant artists and these artists that are children of nepotism and things like that, and like they're quote unquote underground, but yet they have parents that were in the industry and stuff, and they have parents that like worked with artists that are signed to like these major labels, and they're underground, but they have a major label distribution deal and things like that, and or they have like 100,000 followers already, but they're quote unquote underground, or they have a million plays and shit. They have like I think it's all manufactured and fake. I think the underground right now, like the real underground, is fighting for its life, but there's like this manufactured underground that's like it's thriving somehow, but it's like fake though. It's not real to me.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, bro. It's like there's a lot of these industry plants and they're up against like real organic talent that like came from like SoundCloud plays and shit, and they're
Mm-hmm.
coming up against like Spotify artists who like no one's ever heard of. And then, like you said, nepotism, like especially with booking shows, like that's a big thing. So no one ever finds out about you if they don't see you on like lineups, and then you don't
Mm-hmm.
get picked to play like with other artists. And yeah, there's a lot of that going on. So, but it is
Man,
what it is, bro.
yeah,
There's a lot of good music out there too.
that's facts, facts. So what can everybody look forward to in the future from Juju?
Just more videos, man, more music, more shows. I'm gonna be doing more shows, like probably more next the start early next year. But
Mm-hmm.
like more shows and mostly outside the UK, probably because I don't really see myself doing many shows here unless any promoters want to hit me up from the UK. We can make it happen. But yeah, just more stuff like more stuff with El Camgod and them as well. Just
Oh yeah,
definitely. And I'm trying to do Juju TV, which is like I got like a whole vlog thing,
that'd be
but
fire.
it's not really like yeah. I just used to do like a bunch of lives, especially when I lived in London. Call it Juju TV, and basically like I want to like just make it into more of like a solid like thing. So yeah, I
Hell yeah,
want to say
man.
too much, but
That'd be crazy, bro. I told Cam God too. I'm like, yo, bro, y'all need to do the vlogs out there, bro, because people like me want to see like that shit. Like, I want to know what
gotcha.
it's like, like living in like y'all area and shit. And like, I want to see like the lifestyle and stuff, and like the schemes and shit like that. Like people, just like how people do
Yeah,
like just like how
IP.
people do hood vlogs. Like, we want to see like the scheme vlogs type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the reverse. You know what I'm saying? Like people want to see like that shit as well, especially people like me, because like I didn't know that shit goes on in those areas. So like I would love to see that shit.
Yeah, yeah, honestly, like God forbid we actually catch some hardcore shit, but we could definitely show you like some. Like when I do Juju TV shit, I definitely want to show people some cool shit. Usually when I go around, I try to show people like around the city and stuff. So I just want to, like you said, like make it more consistent. Like there's a lot of stuff out here like unique to like out here as well that we have to put up with or that we do. So even like what people drink and stuff. Definitely need to get Juju TV going.
Hell yeah, man. Is there anything that you want to plug before we end this, man?
Just everyone go listen to that new El Cam God. It's probably out right now. Shouts to El Cam God, shouts to Jello, shouts to Harton, shouts to all the members, shout out Bloodkin. Shouts Dead Fury, man, shouts yeah, shouts to everyone who fucks with Juju as well, worldwide, shouts my boys in Kazakhstan, shouts my boys in Russia.
Hell
Yeah
yeah,
man, shouts to everyone, bro.
hell yeah, man. Man,
And
this
I
is
appreciate you for this interview
bro.
as well.
No,
Because
no.
I let when I heard your reaction to El Camgod, I was like, oh, yo, this guy gets it. Because you were talking about like the Midwestern, you were like, oh, this is Midwestern shit, and then you caught on. I was like, yeah, this dude gets it. He knows what's going on. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
bro.
appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate you, man. Like, and like, I'm happy that I even got to like sit down and like talk with you, bro. Knowing that you like a legend and like your scene and stuff like that, and like the things that you have done, man. So like, it was just crazy, like just even talking to you and like getting like your history and like understanding your mindset when it comes to, like this music shit. And I really think that like you, Cam God, and like everyone else that you work with, bro. Like, if y'all just keep on pushing what y'all pushing, bro, like I can see y'all definitely rising and doing something crazy, man. Like for real, like Like, and the way I found out about y'all was, you know, the Discord telling me, people on YouTube was like telling me, yo, you gotta check these dudes out and shit like that. And like, it made sense. It clicked. Everything just like clicked, bro. Like, and y'all just really like understand music, and y'all understand culture and stuff like that. So I really respect that about y'all.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. You know that, and yeah, we're definitely gonna keep pushing. So people want to hear it, then they'll hear it. People
Hell
want to
yeah.
see us glow up, then God will make it happen anyways.
Hell yeah, man. Yo, this is the Scotty Show, man. Juju, man, I appreciate you for coming on, man, and talking with me, man. Yo, man, y'all tap in with my boy Juju, El Cam God, man, Glasgow's very own, man. Juju, thank y'all for pulling
Hell
up,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Sky TV, man. Appreciate you.
Hell yeah, God. Hey.